Back again, everybody, with a special edition. We're doing a box set today. A trilogy of movies that would go on to be a quintilogy of movies. But this is the Die Hard box set. Always thought this was pretty cool. It's a good collection of both the first three movies. Whoever would have thought that they'd go on to make two more, to make it a collection of 5. This one's a little dirty from when my basement flooded. Luckily, I don't think it damaged anything. Of course, the first movie we got in the series is 1988 Die Hard, directed by John McTiernan. As most people forget, this movie is actually based on a book, which isn't kind of funny when you think about it. Always known as being one of the best action movies of all time, and I agree. I'm a big fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of this movie, but I respect it and I enjoy it. Definitely one that has rewatchability. Always fun to watch now, here in the 2020s. The opening scene has him, walking through an airport lighting up a cigarette, which is something you can't do anymore. I am of the belief that this film is actually a Christmas movie. So do with that what you may. Disagree if you like. Did you guys see this movie when it came out back in the day? Did you see it in theaters? Did you see it subsequently since? I know one of my theaters, we would do a quote-along movie party of this. Always fun. Second one of the series is Die Hard 2, directed by the wonderful Rennie Harlin. I like this movie. It's not great. It's not horrible. Definitely doesn't live up to the hype of the first one. These movies, I believe, are pan and scan. They are not widescreen, but they're supposedly digitally remastered for sound. I like part 2. Again, not great, not terrible. And then we come back to part 3, Die Hard with a Vengeance, 1995. Bruce Willis with Samuel L. Jackson in this one. I like this one quite a bit. I think it was a great return to form. John McTiernan came back to direct this one. Kind of an interesting and weird movie to watch post 9/11. Things blowing up in New York. But I think all in, this movie is actually really good. A couple flaws in it, but the action's good. Everything was done relatively practically. You take out the part where he's surfing on top of a truck. We'll just forget that part, but I think it's pretty solid. Definitely the last of the good Die Hard movies. Live Free or Die Hard in 2007 wasn't great. Or wasn't great, wasn't horrible. But it was just weird, the fact that it's PG-13, you couldn't really do a lot with it. And just a different world, different time. But I think this box set's pretty sweet. The only thing that would have made it better is if they were widescreen. And on the inside here, we have a little thing for the Die Hard PlayStation game or video game. A friend and I play this on PlayStation quite a bit. It's actually one game, but it had 3 different versions. Die Hard 1 was kind of like a third person running through Nakatomi, shoot 'em up kind of thing. The second one was a shooter, like a first person viewing shooter game. And the third one was a driving game, kind of like Grand Theft Auto. So each one, for each of the different movies, was a different style of video game. Mainly we played the first and the third. We didn't play part 2 much. Just like the movies, it's kind of the worst of the 3. It's pretty cool. Alright, that is the Die Hard Trilogy box set. See ya.